All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rechakorash. Double honors to the apostles, the Ezra Millstone, and shout out to your brothers doing this thing in sincerity, in truth, and with charity. All right, man, we're gonna hop right into it. Esau was the devil. All right, he doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about the planet. He doesn't care about life. He's all about death and destruction, man. All right, he's all about death and destruction. Stop. So
Called one of the U.S. Navy's biggest betrayals.
We have jet fuel in our water.
I feel betrayed because we were lied to.
I volunteered to be deployed, be shot at. My family never signed up to get poisoned.
I'm on Oahu, and right over that ridge is Red Hill. It's where the U.S. Navy stores a massive amount of jet fuel underground, right above the island's main source of drinking water. For years, people have worried that the jet fuel could leak into the water supply, and now it has.
My son was covered in hives for a week.
It just felt like my whole body was on fire. I thought I was dying.
We've heard from a lot of mothers who are saying, I feel guilty because I had my child drink the water. What do you say to those mothers?
If we could just focus on the home flushing efforts.
Following intense backlash, the Pentagon now says it will drain the 80-year-old tanks, but the damage has already been done. We traveled to Hawaii to investigate the fallout from a crisis far from over.
Would you say that the Navy has taken responsibility?
It's being called one of the U.S. Navy's biggest betrayals.
We have jet fuel and
This is Kaleo's rash on his cheek. Here's when Jaden went to the emergency room. His whole body had swollen up. He had trouble breathing. And then here's a picture of the coffee. You can see the fuel. We didn't realize the tap water affected the coffee pot. We were still drinking jet fuel every day without realizing it.
From my insides out, it just felt like my whole body was on fire. I had chest
jet
pains.
fuel,
I felt
boy.
like I was having a heart attack.
that ain't how you gonna learn to fly. My team and I traveled to Oahu, I don't know, Oahu, to investigate how the U.S. Navy poisoned thousands of people after 19,000 gallons of underground jet fuel leaked into the island's main aquifer and contaminated the drinking water. Even though we arrived 2 months after the leak, people were still either living in hotels or not touching the water in their homes. They're also extremely worried about the unknown long-term health effects they and their children might suffer. The Navy handled the crisis horribly, even gaslighting military families at first and downplaying the danger of the contamination. So they did not care about the safety of their own troops. How do you think America cares about anyone? They serve their own agenda. Esau Edom is all about increasing in his gains. He is not for the peace of the world, and this is just more proof. America and its allies will bomb the shit out of anybody that's against them, that's against their agenda. All right, they will assassinate any leader that's going contrary to the banking system. They will do whatever to uphold the American way and wickedness is plaguing the earth. All right. In fact, let me finish this parable off. It was remarkable to witness military families experiencing an awakening where they realized the military doesn't actually care for them and that their own service members are just another body, indispensable. And of course, this has galvanized indigenous Hawaiians. Galvanized indigenous Hawaiians who have long wanted the military occupation of Hawaii to end. Which I feel like I'm not saying the word right. I know what it means. I feel like I'm not saying it right. and indigenous. Anyway, the people that's from there, all right, man, Salakia, that's naturally from there, supposedly. And there's some good comments in here. This is a good one. But we are giving foreign nations billions and not taking care of veterans and their families. This is Sirach. You know, let's hit some precepts to go with these things, man. Because this man is the devil, man. And this is why the Lord has to come and take him out of the earth and give us new management, man. And that new management will be Yahweh Shai and Lord willing us, you know, the brothers that's listening and doing these videos that believe on Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai and show that faith by our works. All right? We will be, Lord willing, with the elect, we will be that government that sits on Yahweh Shai's shoulders. Sirach 25. So, like, let me do it this way. Sirach 26. This is Sirach 26, 28. There be two things that grieve my heart, and the third maketh me angry. A man of war that suffereth poverty, and men of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. The Lord prepares such a one for the sword. And the point was, a man of war that suffereth poverty. That grieves the heart, man. Here you are fighting for this nation, all right? But not only do they leave you poor, all right, but this devil even allow you to fucking get sick off his chemicals. Don't warn you about it. Don't prepare a way for you to be okay. This devil is heartless, man. $16 billion to help other countries, but poison military families at home, homeless veterans down on the streets, but tear down old base houses to build multi-million-dollar houses. Shameful. And that's a heavy comment, man. Because this one above it says, those billions your government is giving away goes right into the pockets of corporations. Right? The citizens in these other countries don't get paid off of that. They don't benefit off that. These people remain poor. You know, the rich get rich, man. Hey, this is Sirach 14. I'm going to start at verse 3. Riches are not comely for a niggard. And what should an envious man do with money? That word niggard means selfish. He that gathereth by defrauding his own soul gathereth for others that shall spend his goods riotously. And Esau, you know, he's been robbing the planet. He's been beating the earth, you know, the citizens of earth into submission. But don't worry, he will be spoiled. Isaiah 33:1. When he ceased to spoil, he shall be spoiled. When he ceased to do treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. So Esau will get done treacherously. All right? We will enjoy all the shit he collect, all the gold he got stored away, he's not even fucking using. That's madness. You just got just to hoard it up just to have it. All right? All these things Esau has stored up, hey, we're going to use it right. We're going to have streets of gold. All right? We're going to have precious gates made of pearl, you know, precious stones everywhere. We're going to use those goods, man. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? This man is poisoning his own army. How can anybody on this planet trust this devil? He's evil to his damn self, man, to his own citizens. He shells billions into the military, billions into so-called humanitarian aid for foreign countries. But it's also, he can get control over those, be in the shadows, controlling those places, man. So he can gain control over resources. Not to actually benefit anyone. Because if that was the case, he would, for one, he'd fix his own home. America wouldn't be poverty-ridden, man. This shit is crazy. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? Right, we wouldn't have GMOs every fucking where, man. They wouldn't have allowed this madness if they so much about the planet, man, and the people. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in his goods. Don't worry. Esau will lose control of this earth. He won't get to enjoy this place much longer, man. He won't get to finish his enterprise. He won't get to sit at the top of his throne and say, finally, I have conquered everybody. Everybody's chipped with the mark and under me. No, it's not going to happen. He's going to get that mark going. There will be resistance, especially from the elect. And then the Lord is going to destroy this place in the midst of all that, man. World War III, famine, all of that is going. This place is going down. Violence, uprisings, ending in nuclear destruction. He's not going to chip the whole planet, kill off who doesn't take it, sit on his throne and rule. That's not going to happen. All right. There is none worse than he that envieth himself. Esau's not satisfied with his portion. He wants more. He wants it all. That's the grave. He cannot be satisfied. And this is a recompense of his wickedness. And that's the beautiful part. That's his judgment. What did the Lord say to the serpent? He cursed him and said, thou shalt go upon thy belly. So Esau can only go after desire. He said he won't be satisfied with gold. It says in Ecclesiastes, he whose heart is set on riches would not be satisfied with gold. They can never have enough. So Esau don't have the leisure, all right, the pleasure to just say, you know what, I got this amount. It is like a drug dealer. You always wonder, and they say, I was making $50 million a day. It's like, shit, why you ain't stop after 2 days? You've never been caught. It's because that's their punch. They got to keep going and keep going and keep going to eventually they destroy themselves. And that's what's going to happen with Esau. All right? That's his punishment. He's going to keep going and going and going. And the Lord's going to raise up suddenly them that shall bite Esau. Like we're going to read in the back of the 2nd chapter, Lord willing. And if he doeth good, he doeth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness. Esau always has an ulterior motive. So yeah, it sounds good. We gave $1 billion to aid Ukraine, which Ukraine is full of shit, but whatever. All right, we giving billions to fund this and fund that. They give billions to the state of Israel, man. All right, but that's always ulterior motive. Yeah, we're sending our troops to help you out. We're going to base them in your landing area, but it's all for a purpose of personal gain. That's what Esau is about. He's about he's about using earth. He knows this is his time, and he wants what's his, man. And he will destroy you to get it. He will destroy the planet to get it. This was Solomon 2:6. This is how the wicked thinks right here. Salakia. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. They want it all, man. They will use the earth up. They don't care about what they leave in their path. All right? They don't care about the destruction they cause. They just go after their belly, man. Their desires. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of right joyfulness in every place. This is our portion, and our lot is this. So they know this is theirs, man. All right? And what comes with that, man? They leave behind those tokens. All right? Of course, they set up statues to show their conquest. But ultimately, man, they leave destruction behind them. It's like, damn, you tell when the devil came through, he fucked everything up. Let us oppress the poor righteous men. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the aged. So they don't care about the poor, man. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. So that's how Esau operates, man. They come with this guise of being these lawful, upstanding people, these philanthropists. But really, they fucking everything up, man. The planet up, the people up, the resources up. That's how they get down. All right? This is Daniel. What chapter is it? Yeah, 8:25. And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Okay? Now this is talking about Epiphanes. All right? Antiochus Epiphanes specifically, but this is the mindset of Edom. This is how they operate. They set up policies, you know, they put things in the law, and they make them seem one way. They make it seem peaceful. But really, it says they destroy many with that peace. All right? That's just how they get down. He also should stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. All right? And, you know, that happened. The Lord just jacked his ass up when he came against us. So ultimately, he was coming against the Lord. But this time around, he's going to actually try to fight against Yahweh Shai, man, and he's going to be destroyed. You know? But the point was, this devil operates, man. He sets up laws and policies, and he claims to be for peace, but he's all about destruction, man. All right? This is Psalms 55:21. Psalms 55:20. He has put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He has broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were salter than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So this is how Esau gets down, and he comes with those smooth words, man. All right, he'll come with a peace agreement. Look what he did to Gad, man. All right, broke every goddamn tree he made with him. He come with those words and seem, but he's set for war, man. Esau's blessing is a sword. All right, he can't change his nature. He's gonna be the wicked. He's gonna destroy. He's gonna destroy the earth. He's cursed. All right, he's cursed. And the devil got to go down, man. Point blank, period. That was more. It was some small comments. I know I like the comment. I'm talking, find it. All right, yeah, here we go. It says exact same situation in Wordsmith Air Force Base in Michigan. Local lakes, Lake Huron, and groundwater all around the base is contaminated with PFAS. Then it says same as suffrage based downstate. And then it says, yep, that's real common on a lot of bases. Albuquerque, New Mexico is also a victim of PFAS contamination. Then somebody replies, yep. Oh, wait, what just happened? Oh, that was two different. Dang, did somebody posted this one? I ain't noticed it was two different comment threads. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, this happened also for decades. Jet fuel leaked from an improperly inspected storage tank in the ground on Kirtland Air Force Base. Decades, they emphasized. There is a plume of jet fuel creeping towards the Rio Grande River in southeast Albuquerque. The chemicals in the fuel are difficult to separate from water. There is a pathetic attempt to burn off excess fuel apparently somewhere on the base, where if it burned for decades, it still would be negligible to the impact already caused. Many of the city's residents know very little of this, if anything at all. I like this one. It's okay, folks. Russia's invading Ukraine. Nothing else matters, they said sarcastically. So, man, this devil gets there, man. He's supposed to be this great guy that's saving the planet, but he's really showing he's the fucking devil, man. His action shows he's the devil. You know what? Let me grab that. And he's this 2 Corinthians 11:14. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. And this ain't talking about the the spiritual high power that we refer to as Satan or the devil. This is talking about his physical counterpart on earth. We know who the devil is. He actually is an angel. All right? He works for the Lord. Job, the 1st chapter. All right? He's not opposite of the Lord, man. He works for the Lord. But Esau Edom, 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, all right, who's come after the workers of Satan. He is that wicked one, the son of perdition, Malachi 1:4. All right, that ruler of Babylon, that Isaiah 14:4, that king of Babylon. He is that Lucifer in that same Isaiah 14:12. Edom has put on this squeaky clean image, but really he's all about death and war and destruction and greed. Let me not forget that, because it's all about him getting gain. This is Habakkuk 2. And 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. He's a proud man and he's just wicked. He's not upright. He's wicked. He can't help. He was made to be wicked. But the just shall live by his faith. Yet also because he transgresses by wine, here's a proud man, either keepeth their home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death. That's what he leaves behind, death. And cannot be satisfied. But gathered unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. This devil wants to get complete control and power over everybody and everything. And if he got it, he still wouldn't be fucking satisfied. Space will be the next frontier, right? And he's not fit to even rule, man. Look what he's doing to his own damn military. Poisoning them with fucking gas. Should not always take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them. So this devil has stacked up thick clay. That word thick clay means debts, heavy debts. He made a fiat-based system. It's all debt-based. When you get U.S. dollars, those are loans from a private organization to the U.S. government, and we are the collateral, essentially, man. And that's how the world banking system works, man. It's all about debt. And these nations have been tricked out of their resources. They have the rulers of these nations have gotten rich, but at what cost to their citizens? And they hate you now, Esau. All right? You Caucasians, you colonizers, you Americans. You know, hey, the rest of the world, man, America is be called American is a damn slur now, man. All right? Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them, because thou hast spoiled many nations. All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and for all that dwell therein. Hey, so you got to go down, and that's what's gonna happen. The nations are gonna turn on you. You will be brought down, man. Woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house. He may set his nest on high. He may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. So you're going to go down, Edom. You destroyed the planet, you destroyed the people, and you got to pay for it. Revelation 11:18, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged. And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great. And shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. Edom, you have to pay. You've destroyed the earth. All right? All praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Makakodash. Double honors to the apostles, Elder Great Millstone. And South Brothers doing this thing in sincere and truth and with charity. Shalom, wa ba ba ba.